Hello, hello. It's a lovely day. Well, actually, it's kind of crappy outside. It's raining, but whatever. But yeah, today we're doing some fun. We're building a model kit. We're building this. I actually started it a long while ago, and I didn't get very far. In fact, all these bits here just a shield, some swords, an axe, a gun. Part of the I don't know. I don't know what that part is actually. Might be the rocket pack. And this little bit of the head. That's about all I've gotten. So it's gonna be a fun little build today. Yes, hand reveal. Oh my god, so scary. Do 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 do. I need to see where the hell I was in this. Okay, let's see here. Do do do. Okay, so we got to at least this part here for the head. Looks like we need to get some more stuff of the yellow in here. All right. This is kind of a odd setup. I've never actually built a model on this particular desk. I'm usually using my other desk, which is just to the right of me, but I can't really reach the camera over that way, so we just will do with what we got. So let's see, we need A1 and A2 here. Okay. Let me get my nippers out here. There we go. It'll be a very chill and laid back stream, but the nice thing is, since there's no game that we're doing footage of, I can actually keep a closer watch over chat. I can probably respond to things faster. That's awesome. So let's see, that is part 2. Put that over here. Part 1 over this. Oh, good. Yes, you keep an eye on my hydration bit there. I definitely need to make sure I do that because it's been hot outside. So let's see. Let's get these little nubs squared away here. There we go. Fabulous. And there's my glass file here. We're just going to make sure things look nice and pretty. I would say these glass files are probably the best thing that I've used lately for my my model building. They shave off plastic really good, and they don't actually mark up the plastic if you use them correctly. It's kind of nice. But yeah, this what we're building is this here. It's one of the Gundams from the one of the more recent Mobile Suit Gundam anime series. This is the GQuuuuuuX, I guess that's how it gets pronounced. Q, G, Q, and a bunch of U's and an X. But you know, they sometimes make things a little weird to pronounce. I have an interesting little habit that I started doing recently with my with building models. All these little bits of plastic that I'm cutting off, a lot of times they used to get just flying off into a corner or whatever. But now I have my bin of the forbidden sprinkles. So all sorts of assorted different color plastic bits. No particular reason. It's just what I do. Let's see. Let's get that one looking good. One thing that people are saying that when using these glass files, they say that it's best to make sure you only file in one direction. I've done it like back and forth myself, but haven't really noticed any problems per se. But well, if they're saying to do it a particular way, there's probably a reason for it. So let's see. So this one goes in here. Itty bitty parts. This one goes in the opposite side. These models are definitely not for people with big hands. But yeah, and actually these glass files, they're actually intended to be used for, fingernails. They're just really really good. They'll buff up your nails super good. So, if you ever need some good files for your nails, go on Amazon and look up like glass files. In fact, a lot of times you find things for that people use for hobby usages and stuff like that are basically just regular things. But once they say that it's for hobbies, holy crap, they jack up the price. So go figure. It's kind of like the hobby tax of sorts. All right, let's see. So we got that. Now I need F2, which looks to be red. Looks like it's probably this one here. Yep, F2. There it is. God, that's a teeny part. And when doing cutting off pieces of models like this, it's usually best to kind of cut further away from the part than you normally need, just so you're not putting stress on the plastic. Again, another habit I've learned over the years. Let's see. So this one is just that. Here we are. Oh, your dad's big on building model kits, so he kind of knows the pain. Well, he probably knows the pain of this. So in my room where I build models, I've got carpet. So if a small part goes flying, oh my goodness, chances are I am not finding it. There we go. Now I need D3. D looks to be part of the gray bits here. Oh, I see it. There we go. D3 is, oh my god. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that all these parts are small. These are all parts for the head, and the head, I mean, that's basically the main size of the head itself. It'll be nice when we start working on the arms. Yeah, runner mats are definitely nice. I only just recently got this regular cutting mat, which it's decent, but yeah, it doesn't dampen the uh the parts if they drop kind of with forcefully on there. And I still don't even use any runner organizers. I just have all my runners in the box. It's not too bad as long as you're not building a model that's got a whole mess of parts. There we go. Yeah, I've been doing model building for quite some time, but I never want to consider myself a master of it. There's always some to be learned. But I figure the older I get and the worse my eyes get, maybe this will help me with keeping the eyes from being too terrible. I don't know. It's a thought, right? All right, so this one goes like so. Your dad's built the Gundam models also. Oh, really? Sweet. Yeah, I have quite a few Gundam models that I've built over the years. In fact, I can't really show them on here right now because it's kind of difficult to put the camera up there. But up up on the high part of my computer desk, I've got the Perfect Grade Unleashed Granddaddy Gundam. I took off all the decals of that one because I want to replace those with the water slide decals. It came with stickers originally, and they're not great. But yeah, that's one that I want to do eventually. Um, I also have, oh, what did they call that one? It's oh, the monument repair type. It's basically kind of like a third party uh perfect grade equivalent of the tall geese from Gundam Wing, which is kind of cool. That's a really awesome kit. It's monstrous in size. And I also have the perfect grade Exia over on my file cabinet with the lighting kit installed. Very nice. But yeah. And there's plenty of master grade models I've built over the years. Not usually high grades like these, but I do a lot of real grade kits too and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see. Now we need runner B. Which one is B? That's A. B looks to be a gray one. There we are. And we need parts 44 and 43. Yeah, I started building these model kits when I was going in and going through college. It's my way of kind of keeping sane. There we are. It's gonna be some decals that get put on this one. Let's see. Let me find my decal sheet and see which one we need to do here. Probably won't do it until I actually put those on the head, though. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we'll worry about put that on first. Okay. snip there. Yeah, if these streams go decent, I might actually do uh some streams where I work on maybe some Warhammer miniatures and stuff like that. I do have a couple miniatures that I haven't even painted. I just got primed only. Um, Case in point, got one here. Bunch of rats with sniper rifles. Kind of cool looking, but still haven't painted them. I'll get to it eventually. And also, super crazed looking rat, little sciencey guy. Use some nice browns, some coppers, some neon green. In fact, probably some of this neon green paint. I love that one. Let's see. But anyway, let's sand this one down a little bit. Do, 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 do. There's a lot of people on YouTube and Twitch that do a lot of model building, and I still think they're far better than I am. But it's one thing I've always learned is no matter where you are, there's always still someone that's either A, better than you, or worse than you. So everyone can learn from someone anyway. So that's why I figure I can always do some streams of this stuff. If someone can learn from what I do, hey, great. I'm all for it. I can joke and say, I'm wise beyond my years. Ha ha ha. All right. There we are. That looks good. This one now. It's a hard piece to get a hold of. There we go. Da, 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 da. Luckily, these pieces seem to fit pretty good and not too loosely. But if they do get a little loose, I've got my little handy dandy cement that doesn't make me get a headache. A lot of model cements are kind of very chemically smelling. This one actually smells like lemons. Okay, so number 3 and number 4 I need to use for this. Which one's number 4? Oh my god. All right. It's time for the tiny tweezers. Right sheet. I was gonna say, if you have Twitter or X or whatever, I do have my profile there. That's probably the best way for my sending pictures. Ah, there we go. That yellow decal actually went on there pretty easily. All right, let's get the other side. Scares me that'll. Ah, there we go. Good. Hydration. Hydration's good. To think that there was a time back in the day that I would actually put these decals on without any tweezers whatsoever. I just did it with my bare hands. But yeah, I'm actually fairly happy though that I got this setup done properly this afternoon for doing some model building streams. I want to do some more different type of content. One uh one of the things I want to do eventually is a cooking stream. That's going to be a little interesting because I'll have to bring the laptop out to the kitchen for it, as well as the mic arm and stuff like that. But still, it's it's something. Let's see. There we go. Now we need part F1. That's another red one. And that looks to be the Gundam's crest. I'm kind of more of an organized type of person when it comes to building models. That I've seen other people with their model building preferences where they'll actually take all these parts off the runners and then put them into an organized box or whatever and build that way. That's still too disorganized for me. I need to clip things off as I need them. Otherwise, I might get thrown away by parts that look too similar and stuff like that. There we are. One more nub. Then we file that sucker. There we are. That looks good. Let's sand that one a little bit more. And then this side. And I did a little bit of panel lining with this one separately before, so I'm going to have to do a little cleanup on that. So, one cotton bud, one drop of paint thinner, and we clean that sucker up. That looks good there. I haven't done any model building in this room since I got an air purifier. I can only imagine that before too long that the fan's going to kick up on that thing as soon as it realizes there's kind of chemicals in the air. It's pretty sensitive. There we go. That looks good. All right, so that one also has a decal. Number 6. Oh my god, that thing's tiny. Wow. Okay. That is slightly difficult. Okay. You know, sometimes people use the backside of the X-Acto knife to put decals on. That's a little too scary for me. The less I do with an X-Acto knife, the better for my own safety. Here we are. That looks good. Now, this piece goes in. And right bloody there. All right. So there's the Gundam head. Fabulous. Oh, that's great. So this particular Gundam has kind of a little gimmick where it has the red part is either open or closed. Instead of it being articulated, you just build a separate head. So that's actually kind of cool. It's better than having really small pieces. You can't send me images? Let me take a look at my X here. Do 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 do. Ma, 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 ma. Hmm. I'm not really sure. I'm not too well versed with Twitter, to be honest. I have it and I've had it for years, but my goodness, I don't know how to use it much. I'm usually more of a Facebook person, but I don't have a page for my VTubing persona. It seems like most of the times VTubers have either a X or a Blue Sky account or stuff like that. So I try to just keep with the main ones that people use. Otherwise, you just get so many accounts for everything. Which one's 39? There it is. Do, 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 do. Okay, yeah, you can just put a at me on that one there. I can see it from that. Let's see. Let's get this. And there we go. File that just a little. That's okay. They'll manage. They'll cope. There we are. So this one is okay. That's this side. All right. It's kind of funny though. Ever since upgrading to these plastic nippers here, these things make way less sound. Like, usually, you got that little trademark snap when you're clipping things. These are so silent. You don't even get the whole model building ASMR going on here. Okay, there we are. This one goes here. This closes over that. Fabulous. Yeah, we need the snaps. Oh, you sent the pictures? Okay, cool. Oh, yep, there's a Twitter notification. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Well, yeah, I see the Gundam GPO2 and GPO1. Looks like high grade models, I believe. Let's see, yeah. Char's Gelgoog back there. I think that's Gundam NT1 back there, or such. Yep. Ground type. Actually, a couple different ground types. Got basically the whole Oath MS team going on there. And let's see. Looks like a poor Death Scythe, Nataku, and Shenlong are taking a little snooze over there on the second shelf. Let's see the other picture. Oh, you got a whole he's got a whole G Gundam shelf up there. That looks awesome. And more Gundam Wing Endless Waltz ones up there on the very top. Yeah, that's quite the assortment, I'd say. Yeah, that's pretty awesome though. Yeah, Owen. I got the Epion back there, Wing Zero, and the Mercurius and V8. Those are definitely models that you don't usually see too often. Ah, the cat got to him. Oh no. I have so many that I don't even put them all on display at once. Otherwise, they'd literally just take over the desk. So I have my closet, the all the shelf space on top of the closet. It's basically almost entirely all Gundam models, or just otherwise model kits from Bandai. I got a couple of Uma Musume Horse Girl models there. A few of their Star Wars model kits too. And what is that one? Oh, a couple of the Evangelion model kits too. Lots and lots of models. Very little space remaining. Let's see this piece here. What is this one going to be? Oh, are we getting ready to do the eyes again for this second head? If so, We're going to be using my favorite little neon green paint. Nope, doesn't look like it's that part yet. Okay. All right, so let's get the filing done here. Itty bitty filing bits. Okay, how is this one going on? Let's see here. Like that. This way. And down. Like that. Yep, okay. There we are, that's better. Okay. So now we need the A runner again. A1 and 2. Which is basically where we started earlier with the other head. Awesome. This would be one of these instances where a stream like this would be good with some background music, but I need to figure out some way to do background music without having to worry about crazy things like copyrights. Sand away. Two. Okay. Good. And in we go. There's one side. And the other here. Do, 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 do. Oof, yeah, sounds like he's got quite a few. I got myself quite the backlog of model kits that I still haven't even built. So if these streams end up being somewhat decent, maybe I'll do some more. In fact, here, hold on a second. One model that I got over here to the side. It's a biggin. Shar's Zaku, the master grade one. It's a beast. But yeah, that's one that I want to do eventually. I have quite a few interesting models though in my backlog of sorts. Here we are. Good. Got this piece on now. Now we got to do that small gray piece with those yellow decals again. All right. That wasn't too shabby when we did it, though, so I think we'll be okay. Ah! More hydration. That's number 44. This one's 43. Okay. Making sure I'm putting them on the right side of the model so I can keep it organized in my head. That sounds like a good practice there. Shame I don't have my funny water bottle with me right now. I have it when I'm playing the Phasmo streams, but I have my one water bottle that I got from this discount store, Ollie's, and whenever I take a sip from this thing, it makes the sound as if it's like a dolphin chirping. So I call it my flipper bottle. There we are. Okay. Let's sand this one. That looks good there. Little work with the nails. That looks smooth. Right. And now this one goes in. I'm not familiar with Exit 8. What is that? I'll have to take a look at that. I mean, I don't have PlayStation Plus at all, so my newest Sony thing that I have is a PlayStation Vita, so it's kind of I'm a little behind on the times there. Let's see. Where's that? I thought at first I was missing the spot where the eyes go, but I guess the eye stickers don't actually go on this particular the closed head. Interesting. Let's see. All right, back to those teeny decals. All right, there we go. And the other side. Mm. Perfect. There we go. Got those decals on. All right, and now we go back to the red runner again. So we need 3, 4, and 5. Okay. There's 3 and 4. Okay. Let's see which side. Okay, 4 actually goes on the other side, so we'll put that over here. Boom. You know, now that I'm actually streaming stuff like this, putting model kits together, I can see why people, when they're doing artsy streams, why they're just so calm and relaxed. It really is kind of a relaxing thing doing this. That little piece went flying. Cool. There we are. All right. Okay. This goes in here. Oh, I get it. So when it's closed, it actually covers the eyes altogether. Okay. That's why I don't have the eye decals for this one. Okay. I don't really remember too many times in this particular Gundam series when the head was in its closed state, so it's all good. Maybe I need to watch it again though. I still need to play that Life is Strange game. I know Rogue was playing it a few days ago because it's also on um, the Xbox Game Pass, and um, I think at least the first episode of it on Steam. Let me see. Let me look here. Oh, I do have the full game, but just the first game only. I'll need to stream that one of these days. I only know a very basic amount of some of the going ons with the games. But yeah, you could do that. That's no problem. Let's see. There we go. This now goes this way. Okay, cool. I will clean up that one now. And there we are. What do you know? There we are. Okay. Okay, now we get this piece on here. Oops. Not quite there. There we are. Okay. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I missed something on here. There we go. Take that off. This off. D4. All right. Let's see. Which one is D? Where are you? There you are. There we are. Got it. Yeah, funny thing is I haven't really done a whole lot of the of horror games in general. Yeah, by the amount of Phasmo that I play, you'd think I'd be more of a veteran at it, but nope, really not. There we go. Now it's got a top of the head there. That's more like it. Okay. All right, now that head looks complete. Hey. Now we get to build the body of it. Ha ha. Fantastic. So let's see, we need A30. Yep, that's right here. And then also 23 and 24. All right. Oops, that's these ones right here. It's actually a really nice blue. I like that color. Nice to get some different shades going into this model in the kit now. Okay. And once we clean up the nubs on these ones, we'll use some paint thinner again to clean up the panel liner I used here. Help bring out those details. But yeah, poor Rogue right now. She's going through some difficult times with her internet connection. Hers has been kind of on the fritz lately anyway, but it just straight up died, and they don't have anyone able to come out to even check it out until Thursday. So she's kind of left to her own devices there. But also today, she ended up not having any cell phone connection either. So she's like practically cut off from the world. There we are. And let's get this one here. Ah, it's a lizard attack. I love that redeem. I'm very happy with making that one there. I have a few more that I'm working on getting released out there sometime this week, maybe. There we go. Okay. So, a little more paint thinner here. One drop. Okay. And clean up, clean up. Yeah, I need to get some more fun sounds and visual redeems. Made some more video clip type things. Helps the engagement for one, and just keeps things silly and fun. Whew, this particular paint thinner is strong smelling. Oh, but that looks good. I like it. Okay. So now this one goes this way. This goes on top of it like that. Then this closes it from behind. Perfect. Okay. Good. Yeah, I got some other fun little silliness. Like I got my Uma Musume Mambo. Mambo. That one's kind of fun and cute. Uh of course the infamous Yippee. Let's see. For my biggest fans, I have this. Literally a big fan. And let's see. Oh yeah, the Kit Kat attack too. I like that one too. And of course, from Uma Musume, Gold Ship, Dropkick. I need to find a more full screen version of that. All right, let's see now. We need B11, which is this one right here. Cool. There we are. Then F8 and F9. Which side goes where? Okay. 9 stays on the left. Got a little bit of sound going with those clipping. There we go. Good. Okay, that looks good there. Fantastic. And now this piece here. Uh-oh. What idea do you have there? Possible. Fantastic. It's like a chain reaction. There we are. Cool. All right, so now orient these pieces correctly. All right, looks like this way. And this. I actually I didn't eat a whole lot today. I had a hot dog and a breakfast sandwich. Well, and then some soup for dinner, but Just wasn't terribly hungry. Is this one E? Yes, it is. All right. Okay, so we got a couple things we're putting together here. Just gonna clip them all out and sort them out on the mat here. Put that there. And then we put 17 over here. It's only 17. There we go. And 16 on the other side. Cool. And now, what's this one here? E1. That's right. There's two of those, I think. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're all on the same runner. Ha. I didn't open my eyes. Yarn. Snippity snip. Cool. There we are. That's a little tough spot to get into with a file. That's all right. Well, actually, this one I might have to resort to the hobby knife. Don't do what I do. For some reason, I always cut towards myself. Always been a habit. Okay. Snip that one. And clean up with this. All right. Good. This is probably going to be like the quietest stream ever. We're so nice and chill here. gonna say maybe for doing model building streams, I might have to turn off my sound suppression. That way you can actually hear more subtle sounds of the tools and stuff like that. Be like a legit ASMR stream. But I might experiment with that. There we are. That one's off. This one too. Now we sand this. And we have almost the torso together. Well, a fair amount of it at least. Okay, so how do they want this here? Like this goes in here. Yeah, okay. Like that. And this goes in there. Now, we do the same sort of thing for this one. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So now we flip that around. We need part B12. Here we are. Do, 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 do. Okay. Okay. Now, this one goes into here, I guess. Ah, yep, right there. Okay. Okay, so now that plugs into the back here. Cool. Now we need C11. Okay. Ooh, that is going to be one where my file's not going to fit in here. I get to use my new file. Like a champ. A couple pieces that just, well, little pieces of nubs that went down to the carpet. I guess I'll have to vacuum tomorrow. A French Latios card. Nice. I got a buddy that pulled, shoot, I can't remember what card it was. Um, I might be able to find it on my notifications here. Let's see. Let me look. Do 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 do. Usually on Wednesdays, I go to my local gaming store, and um, a few weeks ago, he was some pulling some packs, and got one heck of a good card. I don't remember which one it is because I'm still kind of a Pokemon idiot of sorts. Oh, here we are. It was a Mega Greninja EX. Nice and pretty card. In fact, here let me post the picture of the thing here on the stream here for a sec. Image. Boom. Oh my god, that thing's huge. But yeah, here we are. I mean, just right out of the package, so yeah. And yeah, it's golden. He was so stoked about just pulling that card. Yeah, that was kind of cool. For me, I know mostly little about Pokemon stuff. I'm more like oh, that's a cool looking card, and know nothing about it. Let's see. There we go. Got that in there. And now this piece goes in. Cool. All right. Now, how do they want to do this? We got to deal with part A34. We're going to be doing some extensive stuff to it, apparently. So, let's see what we got here. Yeah, can't reach that one this way. Gotta go that. Gotta cut from this side. And most of the cards that I've got are just I get some stuff from like the Weiss Schwartz stuff, like the Hololive cards that they had. But I don't really aim for anything in particular. I just get the cards of the different Hololive talents that I enjoy watching. So makes things a little easier on my pocketbook too. I'm a bit of a casual. One could say most of my money goes towards stuff like this, my model kits. All right, this piece goes out. This one too. And now we sand that down. Okay. So this goes like this. Now it wants me to do something with these decals. I'm trying to see what they're getting at here. Oh, okay. I see. So we're 16. All right. Ooh, McDonald's sounds really good right now. Okay, there we are. This piece here. So, decal number 17. I need that to lift here. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Trying to get this one centered for myself here. It's a little difficult. There we are. Okay, we got it. Okay, that's one red sticker. The other one. This one doesn't want to come off of the backing. There it goes. All right. Yeah, I could go for a McChicken right about now. That sounds really good. Okay, now A28 and 27. Snip, snip. See, I'm a little picky when it comes to ordering a McChicken, though. I tell them to go light on the mayo and put no lettuce on it. Not that I don't like lettuce, it's just I don't think it really adds anything to the sandwich. So I go without. There we go. Now let's sand this part. That looks good. Now let's smooth out this. And this side. All right. And do 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 do. Trying to see where this one actually goes. Oh, there we go. I got it. I got it. There we are. And now let's get that other side. But yeah, I've got kind of weird food preferences at times. A lot of times I have to have a very particular kind of ratio with the flavors and stuff. You know, you can't have something be too overpowering. That's why, like for me, you know, the infamous question of does pineapple belong on pizza? I can say it does. However, there's a very specific ratio that you have to kind of adhere to with it because you don't want it to be too strong. Because if the pineapple is too strong on the pizza, for one, it just kind of throws off the whole flavor profile, but also it gets it way too soggy. There we go. Got that one. All right, we're graduating to the next page here. Ooh, B14. Let's actually, there we go. We'll do it like this. That looks cleaner. B14 is over here. It's definitely a very different design for a Gundam compared to the many, many others I've built. But that's a good thing because sometimes when you're building so many models, they all kind of start feeling the same. Need a bit of a palate cleanser sometimes. I actually recently noticed that I guess now McDonald's is having the Big Mac sauce um, available separately. Usually, when they did that, they just give me like a 4-piece McNuggets package and just like pour some sauce in there. But now they actually have it as like a dippable sauce, just like the sweet and sour and such. So that was kind of cool. A lot of times, sometimes I don't want a Big Mac. I just want a regular hamburger, but with the Big Mac sauce. And if I'm doing the mobile order, they don't have that as an option, so it's a little annoying. Okay, this is going to be some interesting detail work here. Okay. Well, I definitely know the design I want to do for this one. We'll definitely put this alternate decal on here. Okay. First of all, though, we get number 7. That ends up being the biggest decal on this whole thing. There we go. Good. That's nice and good here. Now we do where's that? Number 10. Need the tweezers for that. Oop. And get in there. And come on. Decal does not want to cooperate. There we go. Okay. Now we just push it in with a fingernail. And with part of the X-Acto knife. And fold that back. All right. There we go. Now we got to do 8 and 9, possibly the smallest decals on this entire model. That is going to be great. If I had just a little piece of a little bit of yellow paint, I could do that instead. Unfortunately, I don't. Okay. Let's use the X-Acto knife again. And slightly push that into position. go. That's one. And now the other. Get off of the backing paper. Oh, come on. That is why stickers are sometimes a pain in the butt. Okay, got this pushed in. Awesome. And now this cool purple decal. All right. There we go. So now, let's see here. This goes in like this. Ah, the rubber chicken. Ah. The dreaded rubber chicken attack. There we go. So that was some fun detail here. Some itty bitty decals at that. Man, and we're still not done with the chest. Okay, what's next? Okay. A8 and A9. Okay. There's 8. Teeny, teeny piece that it is. It's a good thing I'm not too old, otherwise I would never be able to use these. Don't take your eyes for granted. That's all I gotta say. All right, there we are. Give that a little sanding cleanup here. And that could use a little extra love with the paint thinner, so we'll give that a quick wash in a sec too. Soon as we do this one. All right, back to the fun little technique of 1 drop of paint thinner and a Q-tip. And that looks nice and clean. Get all that excess off. Oh, this paint thinner smells horrible though. Ugh. Okay, there we are. That's one. And let's see if this one needs any cleaning. We'll give it a quick check. Yeah, Not bad. All right. So now this one goes down first, it looks like. Down here. And then that. Oh, okay. Works as a little cap for this chest piece. Excellent. Now I need E 17 and 18. Looks like those are going to cover those chest vents. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see, 18 goes on this side. Okay. Ah, there we go. And the last cut for this one, right there. Okay. Use the knife to clean that one up a little bit. There we go. All right, this one. Okay. Cool. That goes right there. And there. That one's off here. And the third and last nub is off. Give that a quick little cleanup. And that one needs the knife. Okay. Kaboom. All right. That looks good. We'll put the head on top of that one now. All right. We're actually getting somewhere. Psst, what? Stretchy time. Yes. Fantastic. I love that. And thank you for that. The nice time for me to kind of sit back in my chair a little bit and make sure I'm not hunched over this whole time. 13 is this one. Okay. Yeah, plenty of times when working on models, you kind of lose track of where you're at, and you're just like, oh, suddenly everything hurts. Okay, another decal. This one is number 11. Okay. That's going to be an interesting fit. Let's see how we can get this one in. Work with me. There we go. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be going over to that local gaming store. So I'm going to need to figure out what I want to have to eat while I'm over there. There's a lot of good stuff though. So I may end up going over to the local Thai restaurant that's really close by. It'd be awesome. I could go for some Thai fried rice. There we go. All right, let's get that small file again. Very happy that I got this one from Amazon. Because my normal glass files, I only had this thickness here, which was great up until you get a spot that's smaller than that. This one comes down to a point, so that's really good. Okay. There. Squeeze that piece in. That fits awesomely. All right. And then that goes into here. All righty. As we throw that around, sure, that works. Readjusting my microphone here. La 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 la. Okay, now with these arms, these are going to be an interesting procedure here. Okay. There we are. D2 and D1. We're building two sets of these steps here right away. Okay. Snippity snip. Okay. Let's drop that one. That was great. All right, let's get the cleanup done on this one here while we're having it fresh in our minds. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Good. Nice and clean there. And a little cleanup with the knife here. Fantastic. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Good. Snip that. And that one doesn't fit, so we need to use the knife. There. Da-dump. Okay, so that was D1. Now D2. This part looks to be a little bit easier than the D1. I made a slight adjustment to my position a little bit. I think I was a little too far away from the camera. And there we are. That looks good. Okay, now this one. There. Okay, good. Those are those. Now I need a B runner, a B2. And there it goes. little sanding done there. A little bit done here. Da, 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 da. Okay. Good. That one's good. And now let's just get this piece fixed up too, and we can start the assembly. Zoom. Okay. Okay. So let's see. This goes into here first of all. Somehow. Oh, like that. Okay. And then this goes in behind it. Ooh, lordy, that's an awkward fit. There we are, though. That worked. Okay. And we do that a second time. That one went in better. Okay. So now we need B1. And what is this one? C15. Ah, there they are. Okay. Okay. What needs to be sanded here? We need the detail one here. Good. Okay. And we'll file all this before we do the assembly. Okay. Cool.
Chilafax says I have discovered TTS. Fear me.
Oh no. I fear already. I enjoy that redeem though so much. All hail the TTS Brian voice. There was a Morgan Freeman voice as well that sounded pretty cool, but I don't know. This one is just great. Okay, so here we are. Oh my goodness, you're rich. Okay, here we are. You want you watch me the most? Why? There have to be better, more entertaining folks out there. I'm just learning things as I go. There we are. Okay. There we are. Got these on. Now it wants me to do some more decals. Oh, these look like they're going to be a pain in the butt. So this is number 9. Okay. How do they even want this to be like? Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do interact with chat. I prefer it actually. I mean, I get where some people might be like, oh, you know, enjoy the chat, but don't really need the people talking all the time. I actually kind of need it because I'm not great at being a yapper myself. I'm still learning that. So anything that helps, is always beneficial. And yeah, as far as like, I mean, I I might do I might stream some 18 up type games. I mean, just violence or stuff like that, but I'm not really a super crazy vulgar dirty mind ish person. I mean, I'll make the occasional snide joke, but I don't make it my personality. For me, the worst I get is the occasional that's what she said joke. Death Wish? What? Yeah, that's why it's like, um, when I do the Phasmo streams with some of my other friends, I put the 18 up tag on there just because, I mean, I know how I'm going to be, but hey, if they make references that are a little more adult than I normally do, I can't control them. So, they're my buds anyway. There we go. That red striping was kind of a pain in the butt. And now I get to do it again. Oh, did I say Death Wish? I honestly don't even know. That's another thing about me. I have a really, really bad memory. So much so that I could basically plan a surprise party for myself and still be surprised. I may have said Death Wish. I honestly don't know. There we go. Get that. Swing that decal around. Oh, yeah. Bye bye. All right. Okay. Now we're doing two. Okay. Oh, okay. I get how they do that. All right. They're actually making the decal much bigger than it needs to be, just so it can adhere better. That's an interesting design choice. Not a bad one, though. Okay, there we go. Put that on here. Ah. Come on. Come on, little decal. Little sticker. Work with me. There we are. Oh, yeah. That looks good. Now I got to do the same one on the other side. Come on. Off of your backing paper you go. There you are. Whee. All right. Sneak that in closer. And Yahtzee. Got it. That's looking pretty good. Two more decals of those lines to do. Okay. Man, there was a time when I just used regular old tweezers to do these decals, not these sharp ones like that. Just regular ones you'd find from yeah, the manicure aisle and stuff like that. Those were the dark ages. Okay, there we are. That one's done. And now the last one for the shoulder. La 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 la. Oh, that one went on nice and easy. Perfect. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Now we need the E parts tree. This one. We need 2 and 4. Okay. Yeah. Good. Hooray. Now a little sand and love here. Doo, 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 doo. Okay. A little smoothing out here. And this side too. This one needs the knife though. Well, ever find the couch more comfy than the bed? Yes, I do. In fact, up until only a couple of years ago, I basically did sleep on the couch part of my bed. It was one of those roll up type of couches, but it was just a kind of a pain in the butt to keep on converting it back every single day. So I just would sleep on the couch part of it. Now I've got kind of a small bed. It's It's one of those day beds where you have like a little storage underneath, which, by the way, is where half my model kits are, and most of my unbuilt ones. Okay, so there's that. This goes in nice and easy. Same with this one. Now I need E3. That gets pushed in like a hinge. Okay. Interesting design choice. I don't think I've ever seen them do that for a Gundam model, but that works for me. Okay. That pretty much doesn't need any sanding. That's kind of nice.
Charlafax says hydrate before you dehydrate.
Yeah, I should. Here, let me finish this one spot here. Push this one in. And let me just cut these ones out here. C12. And I will get my drink, and I'll even show you that I have the drink to have. Because I have it sitting in the fridge, ready and waiting. Do, 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 do. All right. That one looks good. Can't even see where the other connection points were. Those cut really nice and easy. Okay. See, I didn't mind. I used to enjoy Gatorade, but it started getting a little too sugary for me. I really like the Glacier Cherry one though. That was one of my favorites. Oh, the zero sugar, yeah, those are definitely better. I find that the other ones actually tend to make you feel like you're dried out more. There we are. Put this one in. Fantastic. Yeah, lemon lime's classic. That's always good. All right. Here, I'll be right back. I'm going to get my drink. Shazam! See? I have my Pocari sweat. It's good. Doesn't really have much of a flavor, but it tastes like refreshing. Ah, there, we'll put it right there for now. Okay. So, back to this runner here. Now we're working specifically on the right arm. So need E7. Okay, and I put some panel liner on that one earlier, so I can clean that stuff up now. But first, a quickie little sanding. Curved surfaces are usually the toughest ones to do with these sanding sticks, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. All right. One drop. Slight dab. And there we are. Perfect. Side two. I mean, to be fair, I think your boyfriend might be right. It can be funny to say that to get attention. To everything, there's a time and a place, though. Yeah, when he does it every time, then it kind of loses its effect. Yeah. There'll be a time where he's actually bleeding, and you'll be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. There we are. Clean up this part of the forearm. Let's smooth this one down. Well, see, yeah, getting panic attacks is not a good thing. I am no stranger to those. Okay, here we are. Okay, so that plugs into. Oh, okay, like that. Interesting. Okay. Now we go to D10 and D15. And that's when you smack him on the shoulder, right? See, you could change that and be more like a "I'ma cut you." Okay, how's this one go? This goes into that. This goes in here. Why? They could have molded that as just one part. I'm not sure why they didn't. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Okay, back to the E runner. E5. It's kind of funny that making this making this model on stream, that's what it, that's what it took to actually get the motivation to make this. I've been bringing this model to the gaming store every week for the past month and a half, and I usually just get distracted by something else. I usually bring my laptop with me so that I'm, working on something with my streaming stuff to some capacity. There we go. That little bit of the arm is done. Yeah, sometimes some motivation just doesn't hit me. I was actually just talking to a friend on Facebook earlier about motivation being kind of a funny thing like that. There we go. That blue piece looks good. This one just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Ooh, that one almost fell out of my hands. That could have been disastrous. All right. So this goes on like that. It looks like. Yes, exactly. Lego breaking sound effect. Oh my god! This goes on like that. Okay. It's an interesting look. Then we use part F15 here as just an interesting little color break. I like this. This is actually kind of a cool idea. Normally, with some Gundam models, you might just get um, a white arm piece that might give you a strip of a decal on here. However, this one, here's what they're doing. They got that red piece right there. So I kind of like that. That's cool. So let's see. There we go. Put that here like that. And let's see. Oops. I twisted that the wrong direction. Yes, I did. There we go. All right, now we need the B runner again. Now we make some hands. So first of all, we need B4 and B5. Okay. And A20 and 21. Cool. Awesome. Let's see. Just a little minor cleanup on this one. I rub some dirt on it, I'll be fine. Yeah, that's about right. I mean, I've been guilty of doing that too. It gets funnier the more severe the injury is, though. Break an arm, yeah. Rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine. Okay. One itty bitty hand done. But we're going to put this open hand actually on the arm. Hey, everyone gets scared when they get full named. are. And that away. Okay. Hey, it's a hand. And for that, we can put that on. Uh-oh. You're going to kill him? Okay. If the cops ask me, I know nothing. See? That's how we work here, you know? Plausible deniability. That's how we do it. You know, that's actually pretty impressive. For a Gundam model, I'm not used to ones that actually can look up that far. Normally it's I mean, wow, that's actually really good for looking down too. But yeah, you're down, you're neutral. You go, whoa, all the way up like that. It's not bad. I dig it. This thing is so tiny. Okay, let's see. Next up, we're building the other arm. To be fair, pouring whiskey on a wound can help. However, you know, rubbing alcohol and such is still certainly better. Uh, this piece, that piece. Just cutting off some of these ahead of time because I know I'm going to be using them for the process of the building the arm. Just remember, don't kill him. Oh, he popped the sunburn blisters? Oh, God. Dude, no. Don't do that. I've had a second degree sunburn once on my neck, the back of my neck, no less. That was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Ah. I mean, surprise, surprise, truth be told, I am not a pasty white person with black hair like this here, but I am pasty white. Therefore, I burn like a fiend. And I live in an area with very, very strong sun. Ha! Ooh. as I'm prepping this part, because this one's going to be coming off as well, we have a momentous occasion. This parts tree is totally done. You tan nicely. You suck. I don't tan at all. I go from pasty white to lobster with no in between. People are like, "Oh, well, if you get a sunburn enough, it'll turn into a tan." No, I go from burn back to white again. I mean, I use sun lotion as well. The thing is, I also just don't like how sun lotion feels on me. It's very it's really greasy, and especially when you're using the higher SPFs, it's just really thick. So it's just like, I'm not a fan. I much rather actually just stay out of the sun than anything. It's like if I'm going to the beach, you'll find me at the tiki hut area instead. It's much more enjoyable. Even though I don't drink, strangely enough. The way I see it, I drink for quenching thirst. Therefore, if I did that with alcoholic drinks, I would get messed up real fast. And we're getting into that part of the time of the year where you have to you have to drink a lot to keep properly hydrated. So I'll be drinking a lot of my oh, usually some water with different various flavor powders in there, or my beloved Pocari Sweat, which we take a swig. Ah, fantastic. Okay, sand down this spot here. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, the amount of alcohol I've had in my entire life, I joke that all the alcohol I ever had probably could fit in a 16-ounce glass. It might be kind of understating it, but honestly, it'd be pretty close, though. I'm just not a big drinker. Never once had a beer or anything like that. It's kind of gross smelling anyway. There we go. Got that one cleaned up. Do, 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 do. Okay. Lizard. The lizard attack. Ah, that's awkward. You tell your boyfriend you're assaulting a man with lizards for for the lulls. There we are. Okay. Let's get back to this assembly stuff now that we've got these pieces together. All right. This one first. And okay. Boom. Okay. This piece goes in here. So there's that strange one like this again, where it just sits there. That's just odd. These two pieces cap. That one feels loose. Hope that doesn't fall off. Okay. Oh yeah, and we need that red piece. We have our cool color separation here. Snippity snip. All right. Okay, now we do this thing again. This piece goes in here. That one goes in like that. All right. Poor guy. You work mornings, I assume? I'm kind of in the process of trying to find something that I want to do for the rest of my life again. It can be a little tough. All right. Now we're back to this one. So 3 goes with the closed hand. Marching band practice. Oh, fun. What do you play? Tenor sax. Cool. I was never a band person myself, but I played violin. So I was the orchestra geek. But tenor sax does have a nice sound to it, you know? Not crazy shrill or anything like that. Oh, you play bassoon. Okay. I get you. The old bazooka. There we are. Well, that's looking all right. It can almost T pose. Use the tears of brass players to soak your reeds. Yes, exactly. By the way, I didn't even get to ask, what do you think of the cool keyboard? What's really neat about it, though, is you're going to unplug the keyboard for a second. It's not just pretty there. This is the back of the keyboard. It's so needlessly pretty. It actually wasn't too expensive, to be honest. I mean, I bought it when it was on a sale, but still. Let's see. Bringing up their website right now, see how much it is now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, well, it's gone up because of the whole tariffs and stuff like that, but still, the keyboard itself right now is $75. And the cool thing about it is, I mean, it's still a nice full mechanical keyboard. And like, say for example, like say the delete key, I can pull that key cap off, and I can still remove the key switches. So if I don't like the way they feel or if it goes bad, I can just replace the key switches, no problem. So that's kind of nice. I had a Razer keyboard before, and I really enjoyed it, but it was having problems with a couple of the keys, and I'm just like, this is a little annoying. And they soldered the key switches in, so I couldn't just swap them out very easily. So that's why I decided to get this one. And let's see. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the waist, which is basically the last main part of this before I do the legs. And do the waist, and then we'll probably call it for the night. Let's see. So I need B16. There it is. Yeah, I actually really do enjoy the full keyboards. I like having a number pad. But this one's a bit smaller. This one's considered a 96% one. It's all right. The only thing is, I still can't get over this right here. This is the delete key. It's just a weird ass placement for it. All right, let's. Oh, texture too. Nice. Okay, there we are. Smooth down this one. Good. That looks fine. Now we need the other two pieces here. 25 and 26. Right there. Wait, I'm using the wrong nippers. Oh yeah, I've got. See, the mouse I've got is this. I got this Razer one, the Basilisk V3, and I do have the right here is my cursor speed adjustment. It's a nice one. I did some nice little quickie shortcut things too, like say for example, yeah, gay mouse. Like so, for example, when I'm playing Phasmophobia, when I want to use the walkie-talkie, I actually just turn it on with the back button on the mouse right here. So kind of nice. I like it. I do have my mouse pad off screen, however, because not because it's bad. Well, it kind of is moderately, but it's not nude or anything like that. But I do have one of those kind of slightly degenerate booba type mouse pads. But I have a reason why I have it though. The person who that oh the person that actually made the program I use for my VTubing stuff, is a program called Vneon. Uh, she she actually basically has her own merch and stuff like that, and I figured, probably one of the best ways of supporting her is buying some of her merch. So that's exactly what I did. In fact, here I'll I'll pull out the mouse pad so you can see it. There it is. It's Suvi. She's a friendly Finnish cat girl. But yeah, it's actually a nice mouse pad. It's nicely made and all that. That's one of those things that I don't make a big to do of it. It's a mouse pad. It is cute though. Her streams are awesome too, because I mean, she's from Finland, so she's got this cute cat girl avatar and it's got this really awesome Finnish accent. It's adorable. All right, let's see. There we are. Thing from B35. Yeah, I don't really have the need for like, you know, super huge big booba oh characters on mine. There's no point in going too crazy overboard. It's like I got a friend who I've helped out. Oh, we have a lurker. Cool, cool. Hi, lurker. How you doing? Oh, it's Nora. Hi, Nora. How you doing? Nora's great. Yeah, Nora. She's actually there's that VTuber type MySpace like website, that Myoshi. She's the one that actually did the recommendation, like the vouching for me for my spot on the site. Of course, I still haven't really finished my profile on there. I feel kind of bad about that, but it's all good. She's awesome, and she's an awesome artist too. In fact, hold on a second, because I can do it now. Hold on a second. I got this. I got this. Shout out and boom. There. Even does a shout out for her. I need to remember to do that more often now that I have the commands for it. Okay.
Charlafax says he'll remind you via TTS.
Yes, exactly. That works. Okay, there we go. I got that red piece in. All right, how does this one go? In at an angle, I think. All right, what am I missing here? Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. You know, the funny thing is, yeah, when you can always tell when I'm readjusting myself in my chair. I'm like, "Oh," like that. One thing I still need to do for my model though, I actually do want to give that hair just a little more gravity though. Okay, there's this. So back to the E runner. Which one was E? Oh, E was blue. Okay. E15 and 16. There we are. Blammo.
Mambo.
Yay, Mambo. Actually, hold on a second. One thing that I'll show you that I'm kind of working on. Um, You're familiar with the game Lethal Company, right? At least know about it. So I've got a I've got a regime that I'm working on that does the Lethal Company dance here. It's a work in progress. But yeah, that'll be coming to the redeem list eventually. There we go. All right. Okay. Another drop of the paint thinner. And a quick little cleanup over here. Do, 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 do. Cool. All right. That one is all set. So this goes on top here. This one is down here. Okay. And now the last two pieces that we're using for tonight. Are these here? Okay. Oop. Okay. Well, there's plenty of great videos like that, especially like the is it real or is it cake sort of thing. And why is that usually Japanese people doing those? They must have some very interesting TV shows. In fact, I'd probably prefer their television over the stuff we got over here. Okay. So there's this one. This goes right here. This slots in right there. And then this one. Right there. Ah! Yes, hydrate. Right here. Ah. Okay. That goes in there. So we made some pretty good progress on that so far. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me adjust the camera here. Oh, it's no longer Pride Month. It is July now. Let's see. Configure video. Where's my configuring thing? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Here we are. So let's see if I manually, let's see. There. And then if I adjust the focus and come on, turn off autofocus. There we go. Not bad, not bad. The thing I'm kind of proud about though is those eyes, I painted that. That's not the decals. So that's pretty cool. I like that. There we go. Bring it back to auto contrast. All right. So yeah, we made some pretty good progress on that model here. Next time we do this, we'll finish it off. We'll do the legs. I still like these cool swords though. They're really neat, metallic. Oh, metallic but translucent green. There's like some metallic flake in there. That's neat. I can dig it. But yeah, so let's see. I think what we'll do is we'll call this one for tonight. We'll read out to Roy Kiato because he's a good dude. Let's see what he's up to. Let me bring up his stream over here. And
Nigashima.
there we go. Ooh, what is he playing? Oh, he's playing Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny. Oh my god, and he's shirtless. Oh, they just put his shirt back on. Okay. All right. So here we go. Raiding over to Roy. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.